I watched her hands shake as she slid that single printed email across the table toward me. 3 years of silence broke open in that coffee shop. What I read in those few paragraphs rewrote everything I thought I knew about the people I worked beside. Her name was Diane. Quiet, careful, the kind of person who remembered your birthday and your coffee order both. She had worked at Mercer & Flynn, a mid-sized logistics firm, for 11 years. 11 years of early mornings and late nights, of covering shifts nobody else wanted. She built the company's regional accounts division from 30 clients to nearly 200. I sat 3 desks away from her for 4 of those years. I watched her work. Honestly, I never saw anyone work harder. Our regional director was a man named Patrick, polished, confident, always the loudest voice in any room. Patrick had a gift, not for logistics, but for appearing to be indispensable. Every quarter, he stood in front of senior leadership and delivered Diane's numbers as though they were his own. She built the engine. He drove the car and took the applause. You wouldn't believe how openly he did it. He'd walk out of her office with her reports, change the font on the header, and send them upstairs under his name. I saw it happen more than once. Diane would smile tightly and say nothing. She needed the job. She had 2 kids in school and a mortgage she was managing alone. Patrick knew exactly where her limits were. Then came the Hargrove account. It was the biggest regional contract the firm had ever chased, worth close to $4 million over 3 years. Diane spent 8 months building that pitch. I mean, everything. The pricing model, the logistics strategy, the client relationship from scratch. Patrick showed up for the final presentation. That was his entire contribution. When Hargrove signed, Patrick sent a company-wide email taking sole credit. Diane's name appeared nowhere, not once. She told me later she went home that night and sat in her car for 40 minutes, unable to go inside. That detail broke something in me. What Patrick didn't know was this: Diane had documented everything, every draft, every email thread, every revision log with her name and timestamp attached. She hadn't done it out of strategy, she'd done it out of habit, a quiet professional instinct to keep clean records. But those records were about to become something else entirely. 4 months after the Hargrove signing, the firm was acquired by a larger group. The acquisition team came in doing due diligence, auditing contracts, reviewing internal processes, tracing the origin of key business decisions. They needed to understand how Hargrove was won. Who built the relationship? Who designed the approach? Diane submitted her file, every email, every time-stamped draft, every calendar invite showing her meetings with the Hargrove team, meetings Patrick never attended. The paper trail was 11 pages long and completely undeniable. The acquisition team sat with senior leadership for 2 days. I heard the meeting ran long on the second afternoon. Patrick walked out of that building on a Tuesday and did not come back. His contract was terminated before the acquisition closed. The severance terms were quiet, but the outcome was not. The new group offered Diane a director-level position in the restructured firm. Her title, her salary, her division to lead. She called me from the parking lot after she signed her new offer letter. Her voice was steady. She said she hadn't planned any of it. She just kept her records clean and let the truth sit there, patient, waiting. Some things take time, but they do not disappear. Here is what stayed with me. Integrity isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like careful timestamps and organized folders. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply document the truth and trust that it will eventually be read. If this story hit close to home, you're not alone. Drop a comment below and tell me yours. And if you want more stories like this, subscribe to Karma Served Cold. New stories every week.